Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So I'm going to share with you guys just a small project that I am embarking on for the GX470 here. So if you owned a GX470, you know that the whole cracked dash issue really is pretty well known. All of this here is a common issue for it. In fact, Lexus actually issued a recall for folks to bring these in back in the day and have their whole entire dash replaced. Fortunately, it's no longer a case for this particular one. I can't just take it to Lexus and get it swapped out. So instead, I'm kind of taking maybe a ghetto fix, if I'm being honest with you guys, but there is a company called Coverlay that makes dash covers, right? And this is exactly what this is here. I actually ended up first buying a dash cover that was, obviously it's the underside of it. We'll show you the finished product here in a minute, of course. I've actually ended up buying a cover that was quote unquote the same color as this, but it was extremely mismatched. And I would rather have a black one on top of this instead of having one that maybe I tried to match, but it didn't quite look good. So that's the direction we went. So this is it here. This right here is the adhesive that they provided, right? And everything that I'm reading online, it appears that this isn't sufficient, right? You put this on, you put it all within an inch of the entire perimeter, not too close to the edges, otherwise it would squish out, of course, when you put it on. But everything that I'm reading is kind of indicating that this is not sufficient. So on top of that, I ended up buying some Gorilla Glue, some maximum strength Gorilla Glue to put on the edges, like up here, right? When we get real low on the dash, it's pretty easy for this stuff to be pretty flimsy and not hold with the adhesive alone. In addition to that, I ended up buying some extra strength, Loctite for vinyl and plastic in particular. So I'm gonna kind of double up a little bit with the adhesive, not overdo it, try not to overdo it, but then leverage the Gorilla Tape as appropriate. So once I get all the adhesive on within an inch, we will slap it on here and put some weight on top of it and let it sit overnight. That's the going in goal anyway. So there you have it there. One other piece, and you may have noticed it already, I already fitted it on the dash, and they suggest that you outline where the airbag cover is going to go. This is kind of like a leather vinyl piece here. And as you can see, I already kind of outlined it right there. And then I'm going to place it with the 3M tape provided and just kind of place it into the right spot. So stick with me as I continue this little journey. All right, so we had the GX sit overnight. And forgive me guys, I wasn't able to show you the dash with the beaded adhesive on it because I didn't want it to dry up pretty quick. So I hurry up and put the adhesive on, then I slapped it on here, and then of course put some weight on it. So there is it with obviously some of the books still sitting on it. Let's take those off and see what it looks like. And I'll be sure to show you guys in better light here, but this is me right after I took the books off of it, of course. And it turned out okay. It's not perfect by any means or really even close to it if we're being honest, but it does look better than, you guys told me, does it look better than that cracked dash that we just had on it before? Still fully functional glove box, but you can see how it just kind of curves down here. Got a couple little gaps, and this is maybe error. This is error on my half, on accident, right? So you got a tiny little gap there. It's not perfect, and the gapping issues are probably going to continue and persist. But again, pick your poison. Would you prefer that, or would you prefer a whole cracked out dash? I'll pull it out here. I'll give you a look in better light too. All right, well, we waited overnight with a few books just resting on it, and well, here is the final product. Let me show you guys. I'll kind of voice my opinion with you. So it is not perfect by any means, right? I don't even want to sugarcoat it. It is, a little flimsy in places, a little bit of, gap right here. It doesn't look perfect by any means, but at the end of the day, you tell me, you can maybe rewind to the beginning of the video, you tell me if this looks better than the cracked out dash anyway. And, it goes down into here as well. So there you have it. It was definitely pretty bad before, and I would say it looks aesthetically a little bit better, but not miles ahead. So is it worth it? I'll kind of leave that to you guys, you know. I mean, I prefer it better, but again, at the price point, we're talking, I think it was like $325 or $310 for it. And that's kind of steep for just an overlay, I think. Here's the WeatherTech floor mats that we put in as well. They're really dirty now, but it means they're working. The utter carnage out back. And one more WeatherTech on this end. So it's definitely doing its job, as this is obviously the primary kid hauler now. But just wanted to share that with you guys for the 14 of you out there that are interested in the GX470 content. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching as always. Until next time.